Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be doing a shop my stash, get ready with me style video. I'm also going to be starting a series of videos going back over some of the foundations that I've purchased over the last 6 months since January. This is at the request of one of my loyal viewers, so thank you so much for suggesting that. And I'm going to talk about the foundation and whether or not I would repurchase that foundation. That's what we're going to do today. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Laura. Hope you'll consider subscribing and joining us here on my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of future uploads. And with that, grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's go do our makeup. Okay, so because this is a shop my stash, I'm gonna pull out some products that I haven't used in a little while, and then the foundation will just be focused on one that I have been using since about the beginning of the year. So the first of those is the House Labs by Lady Gaga. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. If I recall, I really liked this, just haven't used it in a few months because of all the products I've been purchasing. You know how sometimes you just purchase a lot of new things and you put something to the side and then you forget about it. So that's what I'm gonna try today. I do remember this being a really beautiful foundation. So let's hop into this one. It is, this might be a little light for me right now. It's a thinner formula. If I recall, it looks all pretty dewy on the skin. I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty 109 brush. And we're going to go ahead into this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be light, oh well. Okay, we'll make it work, we'll bronze up. Okay, yeah, this is, see, you forget when you get so many new things and you just use it up. This is gorgeous. I am remembering how much I liked this. Why do I always forget to pull my hair up? Look. This is so pretty. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, I don't know, we'll see. Oh yeah, this is pretty. Okay, so this is like a medium coverage, pretty skin-like, kind of dewy. Let's see, just a hair more. If I remember, you can build this up a little bit, but not, I don't think you can build this up to full coverage. This is very pretty. I probably could have used a half a shade darker, maybe. It's looking a little bit lighter. All right. There's one layer built up just slightly in some spots, but this is beautiful. It is somewhat dewy. I remember it being a little bit tacky. And you know what? And I'll do this one in another video. It hasn't been that long since I purchased this one, but it's reminding me a lot of the Sephora Best Skin Ever. If you have this one, they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar in finish right now. I can't remember how this one sets down, but we will see throughout the video how it settles into my skin and then with the rest of my makeup. But right now it's looking very pretty. I'm gonna powder because I could see this being a little bit, a little too tacky for my taste. Okay, let's go in with some concealer and then we'll do the rest of my face with some products that I've pulled out and we will see how this looks. Okay, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye today. I haven't used this in a while. I have the shade Light Natural. I love this. This is one of my old favorites. You need the tiniest little bit of this. This is very thick. This is enough for like 2 weeks worth of concealer. But it's super thick. So we're gonna use this today on my under eye. The key to this is to let it warm up on your skin a little bit, and then go in. I really should use my finger with this one. Yeah, I'm gonna use my finger with this one. This is not for, this doesn't do quite as well with a brush because it's so thick, it kind of needs the warmth of your finger to spread it out. I've been using this for a while. This is a really, really beautiful concealer. I've just been kind of trying to use it up, my Project Pan, but I'm not doing a very good job. I'm finding so many new things. So many nice products coming out lately. I'm having a hard time going back to those things that I've had for a while because I want to use my new stuff. Wow. You cannot overdo it with this. It's very, very thick, spreads out. You need the tiniest little dot. That's why this stuff lasts so long. So if you're gonna try this, I would suggest getting a small one rather than, I think they have a larger size. Oh, it's just so pretty. It glides over fine lines. It will settle. So this is one I actually do set down, even under my eyes. So, but look how much, I have so much left. Let me just go ahead and use this on the rest of my face. I don't feel like I need a lot though. Concealer with this. I mean, this is a good bit of coverage. Yeah, this this is a solid medium. This is nice. I have a feeling this is going to be a long series of videos because I have purchased a lot of foundations because I started my channel in December. So from January on, I was buying new products to review. So I have a lot of new things to go back over and talk about whether I would repurchase. All right, I am looking well covered right now. I think that is enough. Some of the dewiness you're seeing right now is the Bye Bye Under Eye. This is the IT Cosmetics. And I don't think that's gonna go away unless I set it down. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so for powder, we're gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is a loose powder. I really do like it. It's not my e.l.f. I like the e.l.f. HD powder. However, we're going to go into this today for the sake of shopping my stash and using what I have. So I'm going to use these are like little fluffy pads. I'm gonna go in to the powder directly with the end of it and just use the cap to kind of tap some off. And this will also help take up some of that excess product because I can see it sitting on my skin, especially the IT Cosmetics. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that really blurred. Wow. You know what? This gives you a little bit of extra coverage too. Wow. See, this is why I like to go back and use products. I forget what they do. Yep. I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's really blurring. Okay. Like a little tiny bit of shine there in my inner corner. I'm gonna leave that alone, but right in here, I think it's gonna be hot. It's actually the 4th of July. So I hope you are having or had an amazing holiday. Don't have really any plans today. So here I am. I am just as happy to be here with all of you. Okay, so there's the powder. That gave me a little bit of extra coverage. I love this. I have to shop my stash more often. I really do need to do this more often. I really don't have any eyeshadow primer that is, I only have one or two, I had two, but one of them, the e.l.f., I think is almost gone. I really should use that one. Actually, yes, I'm gonna use that one. I'm just gonna go in with the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This is not my favorite, but this is what I'm going to use for the sake of using it up. It's okay. I haven't tried the new one yet, but I will eventually. Just wanna use up what I got here. This is okay, it works. Not as well as my Wet n Wild did, but that's all gone, so we're gonna use what we got. All right, I just wanna let that sit before we go into the rest of my face. Okay, So let's go into a bronzer. I think I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. This is a matte formula. Really, really nice. Just a nice kind of, it might be a little bit on the warm side, somewhat neutral though, bronzer. All right, so we're just gonna go in with a curved brush. All right. And yeah, and that's smoothing over that very, very nicely, blurring out. Okay, I'm looking matte now. These two powders together are really, yeah, they're really settling down that dewiness that came from the foundation and concealer. But this is such an easy bronzer to use. I do remember really liking this. It is matte. It's not, you know, you're not gonna get any glow from this or anything, but it's really, really nice. I remember, I like this as an eyeshadow too. I've used this as a kind of a brow bone, just to kind of create a little bit of a shadow there when I'm in a hurry. But this is a really nice product. All right, my lips are feeling a little dry. I just put a little bit of the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil on. I love that so much, but just for now. Okay, so next up, let's do some blush. I wanna go back to these new shades of the Wet n Wild blush. Are these the Color Icon? Is that what they're called? Yeah, Color Icon. This is in the shade Naked Brown. I also have Bed of Roses. I'm trying to decide if I wanna try this one. Let's just swatch this so I can remember. Oh, these are so buttery. Oh. Oh yeah, this is like this one's kind of like almost like a bronzer. Yeah, this one is Bed of Roses. And if I recall, oh wow, yeah, okay, gotta be careful. That one is peachy, but let's go into that one. That one's kind of fun. I'm gonna go light-handed because I'm pretty certain, and I can tell from swatching, they're pigmented. And look at the kick up. So these are these are nice. They're pigmented, and I struggle with pigmented blushes. I'm just not that great with placement. Oh, this, okay, oh, but that's pretty. Blending in nicely with that bronzer. That's pretty. These are so buttery soft. They're blurring. And for the price, you cannot beat these. You can't. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful. And then if you overdo it, like I tend to do, I'm just gonna go back over with my foundation brush over the center. Just tap. Actually, you know what? Let me go back over with the powder. I don't wanna. Oh, my skin is looking blurred, covered. I'm liking it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use a light for a little bit just because I like to use natural light as much as I can, but it's getting a little dark out there. The sky's looking a little funny. Let's go into a highlighter. I'm gonna go back into this palette. This is the Catrice Summer Obsessions palette. It has blush, bronzer, and two highlights. I love this highlight. This is one of my favorites ever. And I'm going to go into this palette and use this. I love the whole palette. It's gorgeous. Let me go into this highlight and just really gently. That's interesting. It's not showing up. Let me build it up. Oh, there we go. To build it up a little bit. It wasn't showing up quite as much over those matte formulas there. Let me just build that up a little bit. There we go. Beautiful highlight. It's subtle though. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not that intense, but I think it's a little bit less noticeable because of all the powders that I have on, making my skin look a little matte. But beautiful highlighter. I highly recommend this palette. I got it on Amazon. It's very inexpensive. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, next up, I pulled out one of my favorites, and I haven't used it in a while because I have been so obsessed with the Natasha Denona palette, but let's do some more drugstore. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. The formula is so blendable, buttery soft. It's got just beautiful neutrals, a few shimmers in here. I really love, where's that shimmer that I really like to use? This one right here, I love on my lid. They're beautiful. So I'm gonna go into this today. I've done a video with this before, but I'm gonna go back and revisit this palette today. But actually, I did not do my brows. There's no Shop My Stash with my brows. I use the same thing all the time. It's either the Wow Brow or it's the e.l.f., what is this? Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil, which is probably what I'm gonna use today. Let me just do my brows really quickly and then we'll finish up. We'll go back to the eyeshadow. All right, brows are done. Let's go back into this eyeshadow palette. All right, I'm gonna start here with this shade. It's kind of like a peachy shade. I love to use this kind of as a starter in my crease, and these are buttery. They kick up some powder. Just something to be aware of, and there is some pigment. But this is such a gorgeous palette. The quality of this is every bit as good as a lot of my high-end. Easy to work with. All right, next I'm going to go into this nice neutral brown. Okay, slightly less fluffy brush, but still fluffy. Mix these together, and this is as close as I can get to the look I used to do with the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette. They don't make it anymore. I loved that palette so much. I had to get rid of it. It was old. It was starting to get patchy and I knew it wasn't working well anymore, but this is not a look I've done in a while. I did a video not too long ago where I showed you what I've been doing for the summer. I've been kind of keeping my looks really simple, a light brown shade in my crease, and then just a nice little shimmer on my eyelid. So this is a little bit different than what I've been doing, a little heavier than what I've been doing for summer. Next, I'm going to use this shade right here. It's like a nude shade. It's lighter than I thought. Then I remember, lighter than my skin tone, but we'll spread this out here a little bit. And then you could stop there and leave it all matte. I think I am going to go into one of these shimmers. I'm gonna go back into my favorite one right here. And there are no names on these, there's just numbers. There you go, that's it. Love this little guy. This is sticking around. It's one of my favorite drugstore palettes. I haven't used it in a while, like I said, but come fall, I probably will be pulling this back out. Love it. All right, eyeliner, there's really nothing I can shop for my stash here. I stick with my Wet n Wild color icon in the shade Simma Brown now. I actually have a backup because this one's getting low. So that's what I have on now. Let's go into mascara. Again, I mean, I have a couple here and I'm still trying to decide which one I want to use. I haven't used my Flower Beauty Warrior Princess in a while. I do like this one. It's been a minute. I actually forgot I had it. And I need to use these before they get dried out and expire, but it's a thicker wand. I really like this one. So let's do one with this one today. Oops. It's pretty easy to apply. It doesn't, starting to dry out. It's not too wet of a formula, which I don't care for a wet formula. It's tough for me to even use. I'm not sure I would repurchase this, but I'll use it. All right, there you have it. I'm not gonna use that on my lower lashes because you know I'm particular about that. I'm going to go ahead with my e.l.f. lash extender. So this is a tubing mascara, so it's not going to flake on the lower lashes. There we go. All righty. What do I have for lips? I don't know that I have. Let's go back and do one of my favorite combos that I had been doing. This is the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil. This actually it probably does need sharpened, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It needs sharpened. You do have to sharpen this, which I don't love, but it's okay. This is a really, what shade? This is Leave a Legacy. Oh, look, see, yeah. I didn't love the color so much. I just don't like how, tip fell off. See, let's, okay. Go in gently. Okay. This is the most perfect nude. And I just love it. I love it. All right, and then we'll go over it with the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is Rose Envy. Yes, Rose Envy. Oops. How pretty that is. I love that. See, this is why I like to do these videos, because it helps me remember what I did before that I have gotten out of the routine of doing, or products that I got out of the routine of using. And it just reminds me of what I got, so I stopped buying so much. There it is. Even though I have on quite a bit of powder, these are settling in nicely. It doesn't look heavy. I really like this foundation. I think I'm getting enough hydration from it that the powder is not sitting too heavily on my skin. I love the blush. Is the bronzer blush and highlight are blending beautifully together. Just really, really nice. I'm really happy with how this look turned out. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I am going to continue this. Today was the Haus Labs foundation. I will pick another one that I have purchased over the last few months and reviewed and let you know how I liked it. Thank you again. I believe her name is Sylvia. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I live next to a fire station, so it gets loud. But anyway, I believe her name was Sylvia. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but absolutely wonderful idea. I love the idea of going back and revisiting these. So today is the Haus Labs. Loving this foundation. I would absolutely repurchase this. I probably will never run out because I have so many, but either way, I would recommend this one. It's absolutely beautiful. So thank you again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I hope that you make it a great day. Bye.